This episode is powered by British Gas, who we are buzzing to announce have joined the Daily Brightness team as our new partners, which is perfect timing because Sundays are our favourite day of the week.
Yeah, everyone's switching on for kick-off. Kettle, telly, the lot.
But with PeakSave from British Gas, customers can take advantage of half-price electricity every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Over 1 million people already use it to save money, helping you make the most of your Sunday.
And it lines up perfectly with a football. You can relax, watch the game, and let the house do the work.
And it's not just homes they are taking care of. They are backing the Barclays Women's Super League too, showing the same reliability and support on the pitch as they do off it. British Gas, proud partner of the Barclays Women's Super League. Search British Gas PeakSave to start saving. Up to 60 kilowatts per session, eligible tariff and smart meter required.
Hello everyone and welcome to Daily Brightness. A bit of a different format, so instead of doing football the first half, we've actually got an exciting thing to talk about. Me and Rach finally got together since, when was the last time?
A while.
Too long, so we're going to change that moving forward. But yeah, do you want to tell us what we did this weekend?
We had a little mini hen do for me and Sarah, which neither of us really wanted, but our mums wanted to do something. So
They were being stubborn is what they were being.
Thought, why not get some of our bridesmaids involved? So we did that and we ended up doing that on Saturday and we had the best time ever.
I think that's my best weekend of 2025.
Easily.
Like, hands down.
Such a fun time. We went to a place called Tonight Josephine, which is
Highly recommend.
highly recommend. It was a fantastic night. So there was 2 out of the 3 of my bridesmaids there, 2 out of 3 of Sarah's bridesmaids there, and both our mums. And it was just a good opportunity for us all to get together and do something a bit fun, something we wouldn't usually do.
Yeah, it was so good. But obviously, like, it's something that you should do. Like, it's a really big moment in your lives, and I cannot wait for the wedding day. I cannot wait. I'm going to be bawling my eyes out as soon as you walk down the aisle. But yeah, it was just so nice to like bring everyone together and like connect. And yeah, it was honestly the best time. All I've got in my head is that comes straight away is me and Rachel were having a debate in the toilet. And we were like, who puts the toilet roll above the toilet? Like, you literally sat in the toilet and the toilet roll's coming like down on your head. So obviously we had a few funny pictures in there.
Just sat down on the toilet and I was like,
where's the loo roll?
like, why is it up there? So annoying. But you know what I think I love about us is that it doesn't matter how long apart we have. Like, it's like you live next door when I see you. I wish you did live next door.
I know, if there's any houses for sale up there, just let me know. Seriously, let me know. I'll be building that tunnel. We'll just have one front door.
It is sad, isn't it? Because then when you leave, I'm like,
I know.
Oh, it was such a nice time and I always miss you so much. But when you get like a little moment together, you're like, oh, this is exactly why we're the best of friends.
Yeah, why we're literally best friends. And it's just so, it really is the best friendship. It's so easy. Like, I watch other people when they're out and about and I'm like, we would never. Like, we don't care. What you see is what you get. I'm doing worms. She's on my back. Next thing, we're on floor. Kneecaps are shot. Like, we're just here to live life. Like, seriously, I think no matter how successful you are, just live your life. Like, just honestly, you get one life. Just live it well. And stop worrying about people's opinions. Oh my God. That's why I love you so much. We do not care. Tell them what happened when people clocked.
So
what was I calling myself?
I told Millie, I was like, you're quite a recognisable figure.
Well, you were like, you've got your hair in a low bun. Take it down. So then I kept taking me out.
I said, I wore my hair down so people don't really know who I am. But I was like, Millie, you stand out like a sore thumb. You're taller than everyone.
I was like, what do you want me to do? Just chop my legs off?
Your hair in a messy bun. My mum would be going, hey, they know who you are. I was like, oh, Millie, put your hair down. So she ended up just ragging a bob out of her hair, putting it down. They were like, oh, Millie Bright. She was like, who? Not me. My name's Sarah.
I was like, I'm Sarah Holmes. I don't know who Sarah Holmes is. If you're out there, love, then I just kept saying it. It just sprung to mind. But yeah, I think just on that, like, it's a really hard one because obviously if you're out and you see someone that you might be like a fan of, or obviously like the first thing you want to do is like, oh my God, can we get a picture? Like, and We're like dead friendly, like we will have pictures with whoever, but it's like one of them occasions where you just want to stay in your bubble. And it's like once one person does it, then it's like a million people do it. And then before you know it, I've spent 20 minutes like doing pictures, and then that takes away from like the reason I'm there is for my best friend. Like I'm on a hen do. It's a celebration of Rach and Sarah, and before you know it, it then becomes about me doing pictures, and I hate it. Like I hate that like attention on me. I'm like, get me out of here. I'm just hiding behind Rach going, no, 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 help, help, help. And it's like, sometimes it can come across like, oh, like she didn't want a picture, like that's rude. But yeah, if the roles were reversed, would on your one evening that you can switch off and dedicate your time to your best friend on a special occasion, would you want like to be bombarded and have it's a really fine line because you don't ever want to disrespect any fans, but yeah, I don't know, how do you explain it? It's really difficult.
Yeah, no, I think you've explained it well. I think because I think the problem is if it was just one person, or two people, you're all right. But it's what I find difficult is when they say, for example, that's Millie Bright or that's Rachel Daly, and then you have a picture with that person, and then everyone else in the room is like, "Who's that then?" Some of them don't actually really know who you are. It's just like, well, you've had a picture with them, so let's just have one.
It is hard though.
It is hard because, again, like you say, we always want to do things for the fans, but I think, especially when you're on a bit of a night out, it's almost like
that's like sacred time though. Like I class that time with you on Saturday night as like that's family time. That's just as sacred to me as being with my mum and dad. Nothing will ever interrupt like family time, like ever, and that's the only time I'll ever say no. Or like, I'm not gonna do a video. Can you just do a quick video? Like, no, I'm literally tonight Josephine. I'm not gonna, music's blaring. I'm not gonna do a quick video. Like, obviously we've had a couple drinks, so yeah, it really is like a hard balance, and I hope everyone like zooms out a little bit sometimes and understands like why we do say no when it's those occasions. But anyway, back to the night. It was the sickest time ever.
And then the next day we went on a nice walk, didn't we? A nice long dog walk, some coffee and a breakfast, and
Louis and Dexy.
Yeah, that's your first time meeting Louis, so he loves you.
He's so cute. He actually does love me. I was thinking, oh, he might be a bit nervous. What if you don't like me? That's a problem. That's a problem. He'll have to go. I'm joking. I'm kidding.
She was here first. You're off, Louis.
Yeah, sorry, love. Step aside. That's probably my first time like properly in Birmingham, to be honest.
Yeah, what did you think of any of my DIY in the house? Come on, hit me.
I was blown away. I'm still waiting for DIY Daily page on Instagram because one, I need some tips, and two, when can I book her in? And then straight away, what first thing she was doing when I walked in? Mopping with steamer. She went, Lulu's coming, Mrs. Hinch is coming, so I've got to get it clean. I said, Rachel, just sit down. I've literally just got in. You've got the freaking steamer. She went, move out the way, sit on the stairs, get your feet off the floor.
And then the first thing my mum said when she came in was, oh, you've not cleaned that mirror.
Hey, Millie, she's been telling me she's cleaning all week. I can write my name in this mirror.
And then on to our next new exciting thing that we're doing together is Xbox.
Yes. Oh my God, we actually need to set up some sort of stream where fans can watch out shit.
No, absolutely not. I've got to wait till I can at least get one kill.
Right. So Rach was like, oh, I might go back and play on Xbox. I said, why don't you play with me?
No, because when we were away on England camp, obviously you get quite a bit of free time in your room. So we used to play Xbox all the time. And I was never like into like shooting games and stuff like that.
Oh,
it was always like Grand Theft Auto or a driving game or something like that. FIFA. And then I can't remember who, it might have been my brother, or it might have been you that told me to play Halo. And I remember how obsessed I was.
Halo's sick.
I couldn't put the control down. I was so obsessed with it, like the storyline and campaign mode. So then Millie was telling me that she's been on her Xbox and stuff. And I was like, when I get back coffee, I'm straight on my Xbox and I'm playing. So downloaded, what is it called? Battlefield.
She texted me that evening. She went, what is it? What have you got? I said, right, get on Battlefield and we'll start playing. I click on one of the things and it'd just be random people and he'd be like, it's round the back, go around the line. I'm like, all right.
But when I play with random people, I feel bad. They must be like, get her off my team.
Well, they can always leave. They don't have to keep you in the team.
But we're going to play together, aren't we?
Yeah, and when Rach gets good enough, I think I'm half decent, to be honest. When Rach gets good enough, she's we're going to set up let's do a stream. We should do a stream, let fans watch us, because I reckon our commentary would be amazing as well.
I think I'd get banned.
There's a lot of swearing on mine, though, because I do get angry. I think I've got anger management. I've got anger issues, need anger management.
The problem with me though, in that as soon as I get my mindset on something, like I want everything then. So I'm like, right, I want a new controller. I want a headset.
Oh, that's what I can ask my mum for Christmas. She's been pestering me. What do you want for Christmas? Headset, yes.
Well, tell me then, so I'll get the same one.
Let's get personalised controllers, DB controllers.
All right.
Sick.
Also, when we were on our dog walk yesterday, we were discussing all things podcast, weren't we? And we were saying how much we love doing it. And we had an idea. We're going to wrap my camper van and then do some little DV on tour. Wrap it.
Don't get excited though. Anyone listening, just calm yourselves a little bit. We need to plan. We need a little bit of time to get things sorted.
If you've got anyone out there who would like to wrap a van for free or discount, holler at your girl.
2026 DB is going worldwide. We've got a few exciting things coming for you, which I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, like I really want to say it. But yeah, we think all you guys listening, and we wanted to give you something exciting for all your support and constantly been there for us. But yeah, what do you reckon? Give us your ideas, and anyone that wants to wrap a van in a DB logo, let us know.
On that note, we're going to a quick break and then we'll come back and talk all things footy. Welcome back to Daily Brightness. We're now going to do a little roundup of some football news, starting with England's massive win against China, 8-0. We've got a hat-trick from Georgia.
That's her first hat-trick.
Mido 2, Hempo 1, Tooney 1, Alessia 1.
Yeah, Mido was fuming. I seen her interview. She was like, "Oh God, no striker wants to come off at 2 goals," which is fair. You don't, but
yeah,
her goals were lovely. All the goals were lovely.
They're really nice goals. Yeah,
we actually watched the highlights together, didn't we? It was really, really nice, and I think we're potentially seeing the best of England, and I think it's everything you want. New players coming into the team, everyone getting minutes. I think that's something that probably fans and players have wanted over the last little period, is more opportunity. And what better time to do it than now? Like, this is what these games are. They're competitive games, but against good opposition, but giving people an opportunity to get experience. I mean, we've seen in the last few tournaments how easy it is to pick up injuries, and before you know it, you've gone from being a bench player to a starter, and like, you need this experience, you really do. So I think it's nice to see everyone getting on the pitch, to be honest.
Yeah, I think a special shout out to Anna Morehouse, obviously getting her debut for England. I think we've said this before. I think when injuries hit, it gives an opportunity for players who haven't really played, or they've been in the mix for a long time but haven't really had that opportunity yet. So it gave, obviously, Anna Morehouse a massive opportunity to step up, and what better way to make your debut having a clean sheet at Wembley? I know for a fact every single one of those girls will be going, like, this is a game. We're at Wembley, we're playing for England.
You're on the international stage, like, everyone's
don't get
watching,
bigger than that. So whether it's a World Cup final or if it's a friendly, you're still representing your country.
There is no friendlies in football. I'm sorry, but that term.
These games are perfect to give people opportunity as well. So it was nice to see her, and then obviously a second cap for my girl Lucia and Taylor Hines. That's
Go on the girls.
Exciting to see, young talent playing and getting opportunities to play, especially at Wembley, because there's no better feeling than that. Better than anyone. But clean sheet, 8 goals, happy days.
Yeah. I still think, like, really, really good, and I think you're starting to see, like, connections building, but I still think in this period when there's, like, so much time till the next tournament, I still think there can be more opportunities given, because I just think this is your time to see other players as well. Like, so if you're on camp, like, it's not about just gifting, you're not gifting minutes, but when it is these types of games where there is a long period of time till the next tournament, I do think we could still see, like, a few more opportunities given, and especially when, like, the game's already done.
Yeah, it's 4-0 at half time, but I think that's exactly right, because I think, if you're on England camp, you are good enough. You are one of 23, 24 of the best players in the country.
I also think it creates, like, more competitiveness. Like, you're then not that any player ever expects to play. Like, I've never played with any player that has that mindset. But also, if someone is given an opportunity and they do really well, then performance matters. So you then start putting pressure on that player that's maybe above you in that position, and you need that competitiveness, like, within the camp. Like, it's healthy to have that, and it pushes each other, and that way it never becomes stale. And I do think it's important to keep players like in that mindset where if you do well, you get an opportunity. Like it's an incentive to constantly train hard, like always like be pushing to be better and to know that nothing's a given. I think it's healthy and it pushes the team to another level. But I think overall really, really good, really, really nice to see the girls shining. And obviously Fran had a special tribute there, which was amazing to see. She deserves it. What an absolute legend she's been for England. And yeah, I think any player that says goodbye to international football deserves that. And yeah, it was really, really nice to see.
You spent a lot more time with Fran at Chelsea than obviously most people, but she is an incredible football player. And, you know, I feel honoured that I was lucky enough to even train with her, let alone get on the pitch with her, because she's such an exciting player. She's got like that natural gift. Like, one of those players where you think, oh, I'll win this ball here, and then she just pulls out like this moment of magic, and you could always rely on Fran to like pull something out of the bag.
Little magician.
Yeah, little mini Messi, as they call her.
She's class, and I think a lovely, lovely person. And
yeah,
seeing what she's gone through as well and still achieve what she's achieved, I think that's what I always appreciate is players that have, or people that have gone through shit and still been able to like be a good teammate, like be a good person and be successful. Like it's freaking hard to succeed when everything's rosy and gold and lovely, like let alone when you hit a lot of hurdles and the path becomes a little bit windy. And I think having spent that time at Chelsea with Fran, like really seeing who she is as a person and would do anything for anyone. And just like a born winner, like that mentality to push her teammates in training. And yeah, it looked like you had a lot of love from the fans, which is nice as well.
Love it. Deserve everything, Franny. Moving on to some other news from the world of football. UK have put a bid to host the 2035 Women's World Cup, and that's so exciting. Like, you know how important the Euros that we won at home was, like having everyone behind us. And I think the World Cup is just another level, another kettle of fish. So obviously got Aston Villa and Chelsea, 2 of the 22 stadiums listed, so that's exciting.
How ironic is that?
God knows where I'll be in 2035, but I'm sure I'll be somewhere watching the football.
Well, we don't have a clue what we're doing tomorrow, let alone in 2035, love. But what I was going to say is we could finally live out our dream. Me and Rachel have constantly said at every tournament we've ever been to be honest, every single camp we've ever been on together, we've always been like, oh, I'd love to be a fan. Like, we'd love to experience like what it's like to be a fan, like get us in the pubs, doing the pub crawls. And your family can tell you like, oh, it was amazing, the atmosphere, but you don't feel it. Like you never live it. And we've always said, haven't we, we're like, we want to be a fan at a tournament. Like we've got to do it. And Rach, this is our damn opportunity.
This is the one.
This is it. We could be doing the podcast in the stadium with our Guinness. Come on, England!
Yorkshire.
You literally just read my mind. Saturday night at Tonight Josephine, they were going, Yorkshire. They were like, where's everyone from? And me and Rachel just going, Yorkshire. Next thing, they're screaming it on mics. We were absolutely buzzing. I was like, come on, Yorkshire.
So
anyway,
funny.
back to, you're like, you have gravy up there in Yorkshire tea? I said, too bloody right, we do, love. Yeah, we do. Anyway, back to the football. 2035, DBs in the crowd.
Yeah, it's a massive, massive time for women's football if we get that bid.
So sick.
Next topic, which I think will be a bit of a talking point, is that the Champions League teams are set to miss the League Cup. I know how you'll feel about this, but I know I've said like I don't like it when like you join in late, but it sort of diminishes the cup. It's like we all do the hard work and then you just get to jump in.
I think it devalues the cup and the trophy that you're competing for. Like,
absolutely.
I don't understand it, and I think it's shit. So what if you're pushing to be one of the top 3 teams in the league and competing in the Champions League, but because you're doing that and you're doing well, you just miss out on this one. So this is the last year to have an opportunity of the quadruple.
It's like you're punished because you're successful, and I really don't like that.
It's devaluing the cup for me, and it's just like, oh, it's just the League Cup. It's not just the League Cup. It's a cup. The FA Cup, the League Cup, Champions League, it is a trophy. It doesn't matter what it's called. It's a trophy, so it shouldn't be. And I know everyone, and I know there's like a split, and everyone's like, oh, it gives like the championship teams or the lower team. We shouldn't speak like that either. We shouldn't say, oh, the lower teams. Like, no, there should just be a fair opportunity.
Lower league teams want to play against top teams. It's great exposure.
I was just going to say, it's the magic of the cup. When you play someone that's ranked at a higher level than you relish that. I've been on that other side when I played for Donny. Like, We were always the underdogs, but we relished like that moment.
Yeah,
We like, come on, we've got these. Like, they don't want it. They don't want the grit. They don't want the toughness. Like, as a player, you don't get to play against these players. You could be playing against world-class players that some people look up to. That's your opportunity when you're playing in the cup games. That's your opportunity to be like, oh, I played against Kira Walshaw, I played against Rachel Daly. Like, that's your opportunity as a player to thrive in that moment. And you never know, that could get you seen. If you have an amazing game against a top player, you're getting spotted by other people.
Exactly. And then the other side of that they want to put the League Cup fixtures on the same night as the Champions League fixtures.
Ridiculous.
I think is quite... Obviously, I know that there's schedule crossovers, but getting fans out on a cold, wet Wednesday evening to a cup game is difficult enough. To add a game that could be watched on TV, a Women's Champions League game, I just think I don't know, it's hard.
Well, you're making fans pick. And there was something that came out. I can't remember which Instagram did it, which page did it, but they were saying the fans have had their say, and they were basically, fans were like, there was questions getting asked on like kickoff times, what stops you from watching, why don't you watching at home versus watching in the stadiums, and it was all down to like time of kickoff. Like, stadiums are not accessible enough, like maybe not the easiest to get to depending on where they are. And then one interestingly was, you're making fans pick. And I do think a lot of fans like support more than one player. Like, it's not necessarily like they support that team, they support several players. So you could have a fan that supports me and you. So they're not necessarily a Villa fan, but they're not a Chelsea fan. They might be both. And fans were saying that you're making us choose. And so it's like, putting those two competitions on the same evening, for me, is just dumb. Like, you keep saying about, oh, we're maximising women's sport, we're giving every opportunity. Well, you're not, because you're making fans choose, do I watch this or do I watch this? Like, just, I don't understand why it can't just be scheduled so that the League Cup can have its night and the Champions League can have its night. Like, if you want to maximise women's sport and increase the fans and the crowds, well, then give fans an opportunity to do that. Don't take it away from them or make them choose. And like you said, you're then affecting the next generation and grassroots, and it has a knock-on effects like dominoes, because you're making the younger generation pick who they want to support. It's not necessarily just about watching the top competition or the top teams. Like, you need to understand what you have to go through to get there. It's not even needed either. Just schedule better.
Schedule better.
DB should do scheduling.
Moving on to Millie's favourite topic of the week is block and delete. So we've got some more again from the audience, which absolutely love these coming in. So the first one is from Geraldine, and she said, half and half scarves. You either support one team or another. Right. I would agree with that. You do only support one team or another. However, I think half and half scarves are cute for kids when they get one. And it might be like their first game. Let's say, I remember going to like Leeds games when they were in the Champions League when I was a kid. And like, you want to remember who they played. So you get the programme, the scarf. I do understand it. Like, I wouldn't have one now.
But again, you could like two players. And in the women's game, that's really popular, that fans don't just solely be like one fan. Like, they love several players. So it's like they have... People always joke when it's Villa Chelsea. They're like, I've got half for H, half for Mill. Like, they support us both. So I think keep them.
I think keep them, but fair enough if you hate it.
Right, next one. Becky. All the leaves are brown, so pick up your dog poo. Yeah.
Fair.
Because
the amount of times actually recently I've come home and I'm like, just about to go in the front door and I'm like, oh, all on my shoe.
Listen, if your dog runs into woods and you can't find it or whatever, all right, we turn a blind eye, whatever. But if it's right there on the path or right there on the grass, pick it up. Well, I always think wherever a kid can get to or someone else, pick it up. Zeus has me traipsing in the bloody bushes. He loves going right in the bushes.
What I find hard is when people look at you, right? Sometimes, like when we go on a dog walk, Dexy, she'll just squat down as if she's going to do something and nothing comes out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Get a back out and just grab grass because nothing's there. But I do agree. Yeah. I do agree.
I do. I like that one. Yeah, just pick it up. Pick it up. That's what bags are for.
Block and delete. Black Friday. Oh my God.
I can't stand shopping.
Black Friday deals should be only online.
You just give me my block and delete. Why is it this day there's like 10 tills and only 2 people working on them?
Everyone needs to get self-checkout.
Sorry, low on staff. I'm like, well, you're not, because I can see them all floating around.
They're all having a chat in aisle 12.
Yeah, darling, there's no time for a cup of teas. I can serve myself if you want. Just tell me and I'll do it. That's my block and delete. That really pisses me off, actually. It's making me angry now. Serve me. Right, anyway.
Oh, let's move on before you lose your head.
Gratitude.
This week, I am grateful for all of the people in my life. You know who you are. There's not loads to you.
I think it's me.
And if you're questioning if you're in that list, you're probably
Then you're not in the list. This week, I am grateful for, I think just this weekend, I had a really nice time with family, surprised my dad with his new dog, which that really, really warmed my heart. And then seeing you and just laughing. I appreciate laughing and being happy and not giving a care in the world, who's watching, what we're doing, just literally living for today. This weekend, I told you, it's been one of my favourite weekends from 2025. I've not belly laughed like that for a long time.
Yeah, grateful for laughter.
Laughing, man.
You know what I liked about this weekend as well? Because you were struggling last week. And I said to you, turn your phone off. You're coming to see me. Let's have a laugh. And that's exactly what we did.
I did do a good worm though, didn't I?
You're a very good worm. You had a lot of energy. I loved it. My mum, that was one thing my mum commented. She was like, Millie's got some energy because she just was going all night. I'm like, yep, she's a dancer.
That's what I do.
Also, my rhythm, better. It's got better.
It's a little bit better. You did nearly break my leg, but it's fine.
Anyway, thanks for listening to Daily Brightness. Don't forget to get in touch on socials. Keep sending your questions in and have an amazing week. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me, guys. Love you all.